What you are about to see is a discussion video based on the information and knowledge of the current reaction done by ArchitectCobra. Theories and ideas said in this video may be 100% wrong and may be guesses. For those of you who are lore Lanties and wish to ruin the show for ArchitectCobra for giving him information that you would only get from future episodes that he has not gotten to yet, then I suggest you turn this video off now. This is not the video for you. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 16 of Fairy Tale Discussions. It's been a little while since we've done this. For those of you who have been waiting for this discussion, I apologize for being so long since the last one. I've been waiting for my teeth to be fixed, but it had to. Whatever. Yeah. So what just happened to us in this call, why everyone's snickering and everything, is because I started at the recording. We started doing this whole discussion 15 minutes in, and then I realized that the audio was not working on the desktop, so it was only recording my voice of the entire thing. So I had to restart it. So that's why we're a little kind of. It's my fault. I'm sorry. My bad. It's funny. I've done so many videos over the year or whatever. I have never once made that mistake of not recording a certain bit before. I think it's the first time I've ever messed up a recording.
I mean, like you said before, at least you caught it now and not an hour later. Right.
Yeah. It was only 15 minutes, so it wasn't that much. We didn't get too far into what we were talking about. So, let me rewind here for a second. Joining me today, we have Obay, Natsu, and Tommy, and joining us for the first time, we have Kickassreactions. Welcome,
Hello.
Kickass.
Hello.
So, in this video, me and Kickass will be talking about our theories and ideas, that kind of thing, and Obay, Natsu, and Tommy are here as kind of support. They're going to be helping us remember things that we might have forgotten, chiming in with their ideas and their kind of things that they might have thought up of while watching the episode, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's start this again, shall we? We're going to start at the Sun Village arc. We're going to kind of go through it quickly, I guess, and then we'll kick back to the Tartaros arc.
Main course.
So, oh god. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up here. I have my notes that I was scrolling down as I was reading it. Okay.
When we started with the tree guy.
Yeah. What I asked last time was what Kickass thought of Warrod. I don't know if you wanted to touch on it briefly, what you thought of him.
It was a bit of a surprise when we first met him because Markov built him up in the lair some serious huge important guy, you take your thing seriously with this guy, because he's a serious guy, and then when you meet him he's just full of terrible jokes and stuff. And I'm just really, this is the guy? And then later on we're oh, he was one of the founding members of Fairy Tale. I'm oh, okay, that's why Markov thinks he's serious.
Yeah, and well, also because everyone has that kind of fake persona of the wizard saints being all-powerful gods, pretty much. So, but he explains in a later episode that they're not all, super strong. There's always someone stronger.
If any of you tried to fight me, I'd probably knock down on the first blow.
Yeah. He's got hardcore defense magic and not too much offense. So yeah.
Well, about how Markov addressed him, we know that what are they called? The 4 gods of Ishgard. We know that Warrod was one of them.
That's
so
right.
We automatically assumed he was some big badass dude, but instead he's a senile old man that should have died a long time ago.
Yeah, the top 4 strongest members of the 10 wizard saints are the
Ishgard 4.
The 4. So what was it again? 4 something.
4 gods of Ishgard.
4 gods of Ishgard. There you go. But yeah, Warrod says that there are people stronger than them that are not part of the wizard saints that the council doesn't really recognize as wizard saints, and other lands that we haven't met yet. Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder if Guild Arts is like Wizard Saint level, but the council just doesn't want to recognize him as a Wizard
No,
Saint.
he is.
Didn't he say in one episode that he turned it down? He turned down the fact that he wanted they offered him like the Wizard Saint role, but he turned it down.
Yeah,
He didn't want it.
Because I remember like what was it in the Grand Magic games when they were having like that thing of Urza beat those 100 demons, then everyone like tested their power, and then when Jura went, Markov went, he might be on the same level as Guild Arts. So I'm thinking like he's definitely strong enough to be a Wizard Saint. He just like I guess he just doesn't want the title.
Yeah, I mean, Jura was a Wizard Saint too, but
lazy.
again, it goes back to that whole thing of Wizard Saints are not all powerful kind of thing. So
yeah.
it's kind of like Pokemon, right? Like fire trumps grass, that kind of thing. So like in this sense, like there's someone always powerful that has a magic power that will beat your power kind of thing, or you can beat their power kind of thing. So it all comes down to chance and. If you're lucky enough to not meet somebody who can beat you. Yeah.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Oh god, no. I don't want to ever look at that again.
So yeah, going back to the episodes, I'm just going to touch on it briefly because, again, we missed out on 15 minutes, but that's okay. So episode 229, the one that was after the last discussion, I just wanted to touch briefly because last discussion was about 228 that we were talking about. Yeah, so the liquid moon drip that the hunters had, that moon drip smashed on the ground and left a little kind of like hole in the ground where like it was clean again, like the ice was cleared off. Natsu heard a voice. We don't realize until later that who it was. It was Atlas Flame, who is basically the internal flame of the Sun Village, the giant flame that like is always burning and like protector. Oh no, I forget if the giants are the protector of the flame or if the flame's the protector of the giants. Is it both?
I think it's the flame.
The flame is their guardian deity, so I guess judging by the title, I guess he protects him too.
Yeah, but yeah, the giants also protect the flame as well. So yeah. I guess it goes hand in hand.
I guess.
So yeah, and then in that same episode, we see a bit of Urza, Natsu, and Gray basically becoming a kid again, thanks to demon power. Demon power from what's the name again?
Doriate.
Doriate.
I apologize. Names are not my strong suit.
I mean mine either.
Yeah. So Urza gets turned into a kid. She can still use a bit of her magic, but only enough to summon one sword. And I said this in my in the Lost episode that we filmed here. I found it.
Can I just say one thing?
Go for it.
I like how one of Ursa's like main problems with being a kid is that Jellal won't like her that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
But Mest will.
Oh God, no.
God.
Mest is all for that.
He's a lolicon.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't think he'd go that far.
But so I found it interesting that Urza had enough power to summon a sword. Natsu couldn't use his magic whatsoever, just a little tiny puffs of fire here and there. But Gray was able to use his magic pretty well. And my theory on that is because they were trained as kids, or Gray was trained as a kid very early on to use magic, and also Tommy brought up a thing last time. In the Lost episode. I'm just going to refer to that as the Lost episode.
Yeah.
Tommy brought up the point that the magic that Gray uses is maker magic, so it's probably easier for him to use it because it's just by your imagination. So that would make sense.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah. No.
Oh, damn it! I thought it was Tommy.
It's been a while, Cobra.
I know. I thought it was Tommy. I apologize. Everything's messing up right now. Okay,
Names
so
just aren't your strong suit.
yeah. So
I do want to say that Doriate, he did have like a really unique magic. Just being able to turn people into kids and having their magic be as strong as they were at that time is pretty unique, I think.
yeah,
It's
very unique. Yeah.
it's kind of like that guy out of Phantom Lord who could like vanish magic and like have that you know, like kill wizards.
Yeah, but it's called the art of regression. So it turns them into a child and makes them their magic is basically what it was as a child, kind of thing. So yeah. Also, I wanted to note that Gray, or we'll get to it actually in a little bit once we get to the episode. But I just wanted to mention that like Gray like outwitted him like twice. You know how like he was sitting on the edge of that cliff, but like it turned out that was Natsu's, or that was Gray's like magic making that cliff, and then it just kind of like fell apart and he like fell down twice.
What a troll.
So jumping back to 229. Flair shows up at just in time to save Wendy from a sniper bullet, which was a really cool moment because there was no hint of her ever being in the episode. All of a sudden, she's just like, she's there, you know. she saved Wendy, and she has this really funny joke which she said the first time she shows up. I'm not sure if it's in the sub or not, or what they say differently. Maybe you guys can mention that. But in the dubbed, she says, "So 3 girls walk into the forest. The blonde and the blue are nice, but the red, she's kind of crazy." And then she goes like this kind of like little laugh. Is that what she said in the sub as well?
No, it's not in the sub.
Okay. What does she say anything differently, or do you remember? Or?
She just, I think she just says her standard blondie or something like that.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny, kind of like little joke. The way her voice is, I really like Flair's voice actor for the dubbed. She got this like special kind of crazy down. Like it's so funny, like because a lot of voice actors they're really good at what they do. So when they have a character like Flair who is like kind of like a crazy like kind of
Creepy one.
Yeah, crazy creepy kind of girl. They nail it like hardcore. Like it's so creepy how well they can do it well. Like Flair has like these little kind of like creepy laughs that she does throughout the episodes, and like little giggles and stuff that are like that just add to the effect. It's so funny.
Ready to show off the character.
Yeah, and I would actually like to like know, maybe you guys can tell me, is Flair the same way in the subbed?
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, like that kind of like giggling every once in a while, and like the the crazy eyes is animation, that doesn't really matter, but like in voice wise, is she like the kind of similar?
Giggling not so much, but with like she has like a crazy tremble in her voice. Every time she talks, it's like a tremble in her voice that makes her sound crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, so Flair showed up and is basically fighting with Wendy and Lucy. So we move on to 230. We find out that Flair grew up in the village, and she got a tattoo on her chest. The tattoo on her chest is the emblem of the Giants, which I don't remember if we saw that emblem since the beginning, since we saw her in the GMG arc.
No, that's where her guild mark was.
Okay, so she did change it?
Yeah, she changed it back.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure on that because like I don't remember that emblem at all until we saw her in this episode. So that makes sense. She was part of the Raventail Guild, and then once she left, she changed it to the Giants. So that's cool. And does that make the Giants a guild, or I don't know?
They're just the symbol on her chest it's the Sun Village's mark.
Okay,
like that's the symbol of the village.
Right. That's what she said. So, yeah.
I guess that you can call it like a clan. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
So Flair left.
She's an Uchiha.
Flair left the village to learn more about the world. and was basically, I think basically she just became broke on the street kind of thing. And the first guild she came across took her in, which was Raventail.
The first one offer her a job.
Yeah.
At all.
And she says the Raventail was the light to Fairy Tail's darkness. And it wasn't until later that she realized that was wrong. So like straight off the bat, like, you know, freaking Raventail later just started like spewing lies. Yeah. Just to kind of like twist her already feeble mind in a way. I mean, she's a kid, so I mean, but so twist her into something useful for him.
This ruthless, creepy, little thing.
One moment, another moment.
You're talking about Flair.
When Gray was turned into into a child the first time, he had hardcore flashbacks to the moment he was a kid.
He has a PTSD.
Yeah, like a hardcore PTSD. Like the moment he realized he was a kid, it just like flashback, just like bam, like of like freaking Doriate, like Ur like sacrificing herself and like all that stuff. And then we had a moment where Ultir was talking to him, like, you know, in his mind. Maybe something else, who knows? And like for some reason the flashback had her naked, like behind him. I thought that was really funny. Yeah, it was when Ultir was like talking to him in his mind, and it showed like him standing there, and it kind of zoomed to the side, and you saw Ultir sitting there naked, or standing there naked, like with her butt hanging out, whatever. It's in episode 230. You can go watch it.
I remember that happened.
Yeah, no, it does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natsu remembers.
She was, she was saying, I think it was a flashback to what she said a while ago when she said, I think she was saying, "I'll steal away your darkness," or something like that. I think. Yeah,
it was kind of like just trying to get his mind back to, like, you know, into reality, because his mind was going like heavy PTSD mode where he couldn't handle anything was happening. So we go to episode 231, which is the entire episode is basically Gray versus the demon guy. And
shows off his true demon form. Yeah,
like I said before in like a little bit ago, we see Gray like messing with him, like making a fake floor like underneath him pretty much, and like him standing on it and like being all cocky and stuff, and then Gray just like destroys the floor from underneath him and he falls down. Twice, I think it was twice, right? He did it twice?
Yeah, it was twice.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, and then he kind of learns from that and just keeps like goes straight for Gray kind of thing. But we learned that what's his name again? Doriate.
Doriate.
Yeah.
Damn.
When he hits he falls down and he hits the ice like bush. It hurts him like really badly. And we find out later that the ice is from a demon slayer. And he's a demon. Doriate. He himself is a demon, so the ice kind of hurts him. Gray uses that to his advantage and like siphons the magic from the ground through his body straight to him, and like, you know,
and then Gray finally uses a Slayer magic.
Yeah. That's
cool
true.
To later reveal like now he's a demon slayer.
But I now that we know a little bit more about Silver, the guy who made the ice, it's actually pretty interesting to like realize what's happening there, because it's like, okay, it's I'm still on the fence if it's actually his dad, but it could be a brother or something like that. But I'm not. I mean, it's way older. I mean, probably dad.
Yeah, too old to be.
But
uncle something.
Yeah, uncle, dad, yeah, something like that. But it's really interesting. It's really interesting that the ice that the demon slayer Silver made, Gray was able to manipulate it, like, and make it his own kind of thing. Like use Silver's ice to defeat a demon kind of thing. Like I think that was like really like poetic in a way. Like Gray using his family, ice in a way.
Yeah,
Gray,
it would make a lot of sense.
Gray explained what he did. He said basically he's letting his body be a catalyst for the magic. He's basically saying, I'm gonna let you borrow my body to pass through me.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So he's channeling it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. And then he defeats him. Well, after
then we got that big parrot thing.
Yeah, the Cyclops. Cyclops parrot, gigantic Cyclops parrot. So, yeah, basically the parrot comes down and starts chasing Gray. Gray runs off to the flame where the rest of the group is, and Natsu and Gray tag team out, and like Gray goes for the mountain, and Natsu goes for the Cyclops bird, and they kind of like switch places there to go deal with the matter at hand.
They like high five as they're going by.
They're like high five past.
Natsu went ham on that bird.
Yeah, I'll get to that moment in a second because that was really awesome. But so Gray melts the mountain, or like takes it away kind of thing, which basically it's
like almost completely drains the
flame.
Right.
It seems like, I should say, it seems like the flame is destroyed, and everyone's kind of like saddened about that and everything. It's like it sucks. Yeah, kind of thing like that. And Gray, he's like, I should have tried it on a building instead of like the actual thing.
That would have been smart.
But so they wait for Natsu to win the fight versus the Cyclops bird. To help basically the flame, like, because after a little while the flame starts to get like a little ember going.
Yeah.
And you need Natsu's flame to.
Exactly.
Huh?
I don't remember what he did to. What did Natsu do to help it? I don't remember what he did.
He slammed the bird.
What he did,
like the thing, the monster on where the fire was, and then just like fucking barraged it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He basically did a sacrifice. Basically, he burned it alive.
Yeah.
Until the flames took it over.
Yeah. He went like full on, like full mode. Like he just destroyed the crap out of the Cyclops bird and a little bit of the surrounding area. Like
animation for that was amazing.
When he was punching the fire down or whatever. It was like a Gatling gun, just kept coming down and like just hitting everywhere, and like then it started spreading outward, like it was getting out of hand. And they did like a bunch of his other secret moves, or secret arts moves, and his power moves and everything, and then ultimately the flame just burst back into life, which is awesome. And we never saw that Cyclops bird again.
Well, it's obvious that it's gone.
Yeah.
Ain't coming back.
So yeah, the
flame that would have been so funny though, if like he pushed the flame right, or like you pulled the bird right through the ice,
Yeah.
Like cracked all the ice like that. It's like you did the Eclipse Gate.
The bird is proof that there's death in fairy tale.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, well,
you're like one episode away.
Yeah, like a couple episodes later, like 2 episodes later, we see the whole Grand Magic Council die. So we'll get to that. So yeah, going back, the flame returns, but with the help of Wendy, the flame turns out to be Atlas Flame, which is like a big surprise. Like that was like, I didn't even like think about that until the very moment it was happening.
It's a real surprise when you think about it. I mean, it's like an eternal flame.
Yeah. But like I had there's like nothing, no hints. Well, I guess Natsu saying he heard a voice might have been a hint, and then like add that with the internal flame, and then like that you could have got like a.
It's because the flame didn't even look like a dragon. It's basically his remnants
spirit
of the dragon's body.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because Atlas Flame was pure fire. So, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even know what he was doing. Like he didn't know he was helping the village.
Yeah.
Well, no,
also,
he didn't.
Like,
no, he.
What is it?
he did know about the village. Like he said, he created that village and protected it, but he died a while ago.
Yeah.
No.
But
Didn't
with
he have like amnesia at the beginning?
Yeah.
Of it.
Yes, because the ice.
Yeah, the ice kind of like siphoned much of his power off. And also his like spirit was weak as well, but Wendy kind of
You
helped
have
him.
no power here.
Yeah, so you can't remember what happened at first, but he knows that the demon slayer that we now know, Silver, came and froze the whole village, thinking Atlas Flame was a demon. So we now know that his name was Silver, and or Absolute Zero.
Absolute Zero.
Yeah, a lot of people, or
Easy
me
to
included,
remember.
call him from the Nine Gates of
Apparently,
Tartaros.
it matters.
And then
I think it's Silver. His title is Absolute Zero.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It's on his armor.
it could
I'll
be like
continue
a
to call him Zero.
it could be like a rank name or like a title, Absolute Zero kind of thing like that, like a hero name,
I think
villain
it's
name.
more like just the names they give each other. Because Kyoka is called Goddess of the Slave Planet, and it's, the other guys are like, I forgot his name.
Like I know Sayla is called the Goddess of the Chill Planet.
No, she's I think
What?
Franmal.
What?
No, I think Sayla is like the Goddess of the Chill Moon. I think.
Yeah.
Calm
Which
moon,
which
something
one's
like
her again?
The one with the
Sayla's
horns, the succubus.
Yeah, the horns.
Okay, yeah.
And then
Ah.
Fromolf is called the armored one. The little
Something like
weird
that.
looking guy.
The
Yeah.
blob guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blob.
who turned his body into spikes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Keith is called the Archbishop or the Dark Archbishop, something like that.
Yeah. So they all have
It's-
nicknames, I guess.
I
Yeah.
guess so. That's like that.
Little nicknames. So yeah, Atlas Flame. He basically says with Natsu when his memory sort of returns once Flair kind of helps him out. He says that 400 years ago, he's talking to Natsu here. He says 400 years ago, your father fought a vile
E.N.D.
creature in the Book of Zerif called E.N.D, and not even Igniel had the strength to slay it. So with that information, they kind of, went off and did their own thing, but not after Atlas Flame basically uses his last, life essence to turn the village back to normal, saving the giants, and also creating a new flame in his stead. And Wendy kind of just mentions that, yeah, he uses up the last of his spirit. So, farewell, Atlas Flame!
For now.
He was I loved Atlas Flame. He was like the cool dragon. I loved him a lot.
He was the best dragon, of course.
Yeah. And then the final episode of the Sun Village arc, we had a happy moment between Flair and the
A
Giants.
celebration.
Yeah, and the celebration with the fairy tale group as well, kind of eating big food.
Just Natsu
Like-
making instant friends.
Eating all the big food. If you notice all the food they're eating is massive compared to normal people. Because it's giants, so they have to eat big food in
Yeah.
order to
But Natsu can handle that.
Yeah.
Also, the anime completely cut out an entire scene.
Did they?
Oh no!
They did.
What happened?
Obviously, it was just fan service, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. What
It was
happened?
I mind
extreme
that.
fan service.
I mind that.
It's
Yeah, I remember.
if you really want to read it, I think it's chapter 356, Song of the Fairies, something
Well,
like that.
I'm glad they cut it out because I remember
Yeah.
when it came out, the internet absolutely hated that chapter. So it's a good thing the anime cut
Oh gosh.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
It was
was it about? what was the scene about? You don't have to go into the details, but
It was a spa bath. The spa bath where the girls were at.
yeah.
It was supposed to extend that scene. Everyone was supposed to be there, the guys too.
Oh really?
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Everyone
you know,
was just
I was
naked,
wondering why they didn't
including
take them off.
Warrod.
Basically, when at the last scene of the episode when Urza beats up Natsu, or when Natsu beats up Urza,
Best
imagine
man.
them doing that. That exact same thing happens, except they're naked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, times actually.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh god.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a lot of fencers. It was greatness.
Of course.
Freaking censor teams.
Well, I know that we'll get to that when we get to the Tartaros arc, but I know like the manga in one scene when they're torturing Urza. Urza's naked in the manga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the manga, Urza's naked in the torture scene, but like in the anime they can't show that because it's like it's like it's straight up naked.
TV.
So yeah, it's
This
TV.
ain't hentai.
So jumping
Could be.
back.
Could be.
Jumping back to the final episode, we got to see a lot of cool moments with Flair and the Giants, and like basically them still loving her, and
And she stayed there with them this time.
and she stayed. So it'd be cool to see if she comes back. Either
She'll go back
to
at some
join Fairy Tail or something.
I won't
I
go
don't know.
that far.
I just want everyone to join Fairy Tail.
You always want everyone to join Fairy Tail.
Like Flair. I always wondered this too. If Natsu can eat Flair's fire, and if it's Atlas Flame's fire as well.
No.
Like if Flair, because Flair said
no.
she got the fire from the Eternal Flame.
Her fire is pretty much. I think it's just her hair heating up.
Okay.
It's basically like her hair is heated up to a point that it looks like fire. So it'd be like eating a bunch of burning hairs. Kind of nasty.
Oh,
But it is fire.
it's hot.
Okay, so
What if he did like a fire dragon roar and it'd just be like a fur ball of like Flair's hair?
then it'll be a fireball instead of like a
it
flame.
would be.
It'll be
It
just
would
a
be.
whole big old
Fire
fireball.
dragon.
Fire dragon.
I'm good.
So after that, we get to see like a little montage of Fairy Tail team kind of like walking back to Warrod because he brought them there, but he can't bring them back to like his house. So they're walking back
And we
pretty
ain't
much.
got enough cats.
Yeah. And
Happy has no chill.
and when the group returns to Warrod, they stay the night basically while he cooks for them, and makes like I guess gross
Disgusting
drinks. Yeah. But he cooks for them and everything, and he tells them about him being one of the founding members, which is a very hype moment again. Like any mention of him being a founding member is like fantastic. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And we also get to hear maybe this is founding words. I would have written it down, but it is like a paragraph like long like thing, but I'm sure everyone who watched episode 233 would know. It's really good. It's a really, really good like founding words kind of thing. Basically, maybe it's just saying, if you're with me, you're with me. Let's do this together, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
Lean on me.
And then Natsu, hearing that he's like really old and everything, thinks that he might know E.N.D. So he tells us about them and all this thing. Warrod doesn't. He said he didn't know anything about E.N.D, but he might know something who might, kind of thing. Is that what he said?
He said he doesn't know about E.N.D, but he does know that Tartaros is well, he doesn't know about Tartaros either, but he just says that rumors about Tartaros is that they worship demons. Obviously, we find out that's not true. They are demons.
Right. Well,
So
maybe
basically
their lesser members worship them. I don't know.
I guess.
Because we did kind of cut to like a memory of Warrod, possibly of like a ritual happening. So maybe that's like the demon gates or the 9 gates of Tartaros. They're like members, kind of doing something. Who knows? And then right after that, Natsu gets mad and beats up Urza on the ground.
Best moment of the whole arc, baby.
that realization after.
One of them.
It was heavily censored.
But
Or
that
that moment that Natsu knew he
the
fucked up.
yeah the realization that what he did like after the fact, like his eyes were like
face.
that drawn kind of like oh crap moment, like
Oh,
He was sweating so
Oh.
much.
yeah.
Was it? I think it was that exact same episode. With I think you skipped the part with Kyoka and her guild. I mean,
Oh,
not
meet
Kyoka.
her.
Minerva.
Yeah, well,
Minerva and Kyoka.
I was gonna mention it until we got around to what happened to her. But yeah, I guess we can talk about it. But yeah, Minerva goes back to her guild, her dark guild, and she is like so oblivious. Like she's like thinking like, where is everybody? But like there's all these little tiny like figurines on the ground, or like paper, or whatever on the ground.
yeah, and then I think the girl said that she killed every last one of them. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, none were worthy of her.
Yeah, none were worthy of
Enhancement.
enhancement. There we go.
Enhancement. She basically, she says, I think she said she enhanced them, but their bodies couldn't take it.
Yeah.
That's the result.
So she
I
tried.
love
She
that
tried
scene
enhancing
so much.
everybody.
It's such a good introduction to like the 9 demon gates of Tartaros.
And then
Just like
Minerva's
how she
just like
comes out and-
instantly
yeah.
terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's a good scene because they're like, hey, you know Minerva, that's an evil bitch, but this is an even more evil bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, you know, Minerva's like one of them now, so how evil is she now?
Yeah.
She's equally evil.
And she
I don't
lost an
even-
eye.
I don't even
like
know
for-
what her purpose is now.
Minerva lost an eye during the transfer. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect her abilities.
Maybe we should get super hearing.
Also, is her abilities going to change or that kind of thing? I'd like to know. I mean,
Well, I do
we're
think
probably going to
she has
get that
curses
next
now.
episode. Yeah, if she gets
she probably
curses.
uses curse instead of magic now.
Yeah,
Or like she has both curses and a new magic.
yeah.
I
So yeah,
think-
that's the
I
end
think
of the
she's
Sunbreaker.
just more powerful.
But like, I don't even know what she's gonna do now because her main like thing was on Urza, but Urza's like already captured and tortured, you know. And so, what is she gonna do now? Is she gonna be in charge of torturing Urza
Maybe.
That would be her dream.
She'll get
or
triggered.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd love that. she
Same
would
one
love
in
that.
Fairy
Like
Tales, like at the moment for me, assumed dead. So I don't even know what Minerva's thing is now.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
We
Like I hope it's like soon we get to see her fight because that would be really cool to see what her stuff can do.
Yeah, maybe she'll team up with Mira.
Well,
Maybe.
right now Mira's like in a cage still. She's not transformed at all.
Yeah, but I can't even
Obay
wait
left.
to see what her new design's gonna be.
Rest in peace, Pokemon.
So okay, this might screw up the
Peace
whole
out.
overlay of him leaving. But we'll try to move on.
My
without him.
brain trembles.
Just there we go.
Technical
Tartaros arc. Okay.
difficulties. There we go.
That'll work. The scaling of your picture kind of went up a little bit, so but it still works. Your face is still fine. Okay. So yeah. So basically, just starting off that was the end of the Sun Village arc that we talked about, and then now we're in the Tartarus arc. So started right at the bat,
Oh yeah,
basically.
now things are getting juicy.
Yeah, right at the bat we see a meeting.
And we even get
with
Farnesses
the
in it.
Magic Council, and they just get like destroyed by Jackal. They get
One
like
hit KO.
yeah, they get bombed. They get like hardcore like nuked. The entire building just gets like decimated. And then
Even Lahad died.
yeah, and yeah, Lahar and like every member of the Magic Council, everyone except Mest. Mest was the only one who got away.
Messed is okay.
I call him Mest. Yeah. I
don't even
I love
know
his
second name.
crap. What is his second name?
Dornbolt.
Dornbolt. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But I always call him
I'm sticking with this.
Mest because I love that name. I love the moment where he was pretending to be Mystigan's like pupil. Like that was my favorite moment about him. That kind of
How
like
can you even love him anymore after what he had near Cobra?
do what was Cobra?
We had that knife near Cobra's neck.
Oh, Cobra's fine.
Like, oh, he almost killed you, Cobra.
A knife's not gonna kill Cobra. Don't worry.
But that is a
But you
good
can't use
moment to
magic
like.
there.
It showcases like the desperation of Doranbolt when he put that knife up to
Yeah.
Cobra's neck.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good moment.
Also, where
He
is
said,
the prison anyway that Cobra was in? Is
It
it like
was-
right below them?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yes.
underneath the
It's
council
underground.
bunker. Yeah.
So I was thinking, if it's that close to them, shouldn't the explosion have got that too?
If it was
Well,
deep
it was
underground, yeah, it wouldn't
It's an
hurt.
underground prison, and we saw
Okay.
that the top wasn't really affected. I mean, on the bottom, the ground wasn't really affected by the explosion, just the building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the same with that one council member's building when Jackal destroyed like Natsu's, like the
Yeah.
person Natsu was defending.
Oh, yeah.
Jackal destroyed that whole
Yeah, he just
building.
went for the top half.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mist basically was like very adamant on getting getting the information that Cobra had because he did hear something last time he was out, and
Yeah, he said he said the gates of Nevermore's gonna open up soon.
Yeah.
the gates of the Netherworld or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Netherworld. But yeah, Cobra heard something last time he was out. Mest came back to find out what that was. He found out, and in return, he freed the entire Ration Face, including Cobra, out into the world.
Will you just clear something up for me?
Yeah.
Because I swear that guy who's got all the like gates on his face died in the Reaction Face arc. I swear he did.
Oh, who? The leader?
Zero.
Yeah, I swear he got killed.
Brain. No, Brain survived. He just got knocked out. Remember?
I thought Jura killed him.
No, he got
Jura
knocked
didn't
out.
kill him.
He got knocked
Remember,
out outside.
Jura knocks him out, but then he turns into Master Zero. It's the same body.
Yeah.
So he survived.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
thought he was
basically
dead
he was sitting there passed out on the ground with one gate still activated, and that was his son, Midnight. So when his son got defeated, the last gate unlocked, and then Zero came out basically. So yeah, and we know that from that episode basically that Brain and Zero are one and the same but different personalities. So Brain's like the smarter, more clever, like maybe not more clever, but like just like the smarter, like calm persona, and then Zero's like the anger and like the destruction and all that stuff. So when Zero was awakened, it was just like crap. He's coming. Damn it.
It's about time.
So what happened next? It was after Mest released Cobra and
It was
the stuff.
Fairy Tale, like talking about stuff.
It was
Random stuff.
it was new. It was like it was like they were in the guild hall again, but it was like wasn't like that they had news that the council was destroyed.
That was
Oh,
what
yeah,
Jet brought back. I don't remember what they were talking about before though.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh,
See,
before they were talking about they were talking about the book of E.N.D. They're trying to
right.
find if there's anything about it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is what I was saying before. How like I didn't write notes for anything of the Tartaros arc, so I apologize for that. And I'm glad that Tommy and Natsu are here because they're gonna help us kind of get things straight. This is the moment where you guys come in and like help us.
Do you remember? Do you remember what they said about the demon during that part?
The demon.
Nope.
Yeah, they're talking about the book of E.N.D. That's why.
It was something like the gates of Tartaros have a demon at their disposal.
Yeah.
Levy was the one that was saying it. She said that it was there's not much known about the demon. She just said that it was created by Zeref, which we already know,
Yeah.
and that is 400 years old, and that's about it. And that Tartaros must have it.
Yeah,
Something
and,
like
and we know that Zeref was around 400 years ago, of course, because
Yeah.
in the island arc when
Yeah.
we first saw Zeref and everything, he mentioned that he's been around for like a very long time. So,
Yeah.
400
The
years
dark
ago is
guy
probably
said
like
that he was alive for that. He was just sleeping.
yeah. But we know for a fact that 400 years ago dragons were still around. So that's kind of like the same era
A lot of
as
stuff-
dragons. A lot of stuff happens.
was happening.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
isn't E.N.D said to be like the most powerful of all the demons from the books?
That's pretty much my assumption. Yeah.
Atlas Flame is the one that said that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
But we
not
also
even
know,
not even Igmio can defeat him. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Well,
a lot of stuff happened
one
400
dragon.
years ago. Like they've stated a lot of stuff happened 400 years ago since the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
They said that Zeref was like roaming around at 400 years ago. During the Odysseus arc, they said that Nirvana was created 400 years ago because of the conflict
Yeah.
and all that stuff, the dragons and all that. So I'm wondering when the hell we're gonna know, like, we're gonna see an actual arc about it.
Like a flashback to 400 years ago,
Maybe.
like everything that happened. Yeah. It always brings back like that whenever some stuff like that happens. It always reminds me of like video games that always say like 10,000 years. Like every game has a moment where they always like say 10,000 years of something, and they always like default to 10,000 years. Like what happened 10,000 years ago that everything went down, and like that reminds me of Fairy Tail when they say 400 years.
Or they go with the route saying, say 100 years of peace, and suddenly war started. It's like, why?
Yeah. What was that little tiny moment that started the war, kind of thing? Yeah. They skip over little details like that, but that's fine.
who ate whose dinner?
Yeah. So so they talk about E.N.D. a little bit. I'm trying to remember like very like intently on what happens that episode. They learn that the Magic Council is destroyed, and they have to
Then
find.
it goes to the former council member.
Right, they have to go find the ones that are still alive that are not part of the Magic Council anymore. So they have to go find the cook guy that started his own company, or restaurant.
The old bastard guy.
The guy who used to be in Fairy Tail,
there we go.
right?
What happened?
Huh?
The guy who the chef guy, he used to be in Fairy Tail, right?
No, yeah.
No.
He used to
But
be
he
in
did?
Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
with Makarov. They showed a photo one time.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
when Makarov went
okay.
to the Magic Council one time, he and him were talking on like a balcony, and they had a flashback of like when Makarov was like still in Fairy Tail but younger, and they showed a bunch of other characters too as well, including Poriluska. She was also in there, as well as a bunch of other people as well, but mainly the chef guy. He was there in Fairy Tail, so he's a Fairy Tail member.
Okay. So that would
The-
explain
the-
why he's always on their side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
The picture confirmed that. So in the Makarov picture, Polushka, Makarov, Yajima, and Master Bob of Pegasus, and the leader of Quattro Cerberus. Quattro Puppy. Yeah. That guy's the master of that guild. We're all in Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of freaking people.
I'm changing something up on the video right now, so apologize for if you see like a little thing. Oh, you don't. Never mind. I wanted to fix the screen because Obay left, like the whole orientation like flip flopped everywhere, and it's like all weird now.
Oh no.
So I just wanted to change it real quick while I have time. But yeah, it was really cool that Laxus' team went to go like help him out. Oh god.
Yeah, just with the cooking and stuff.
Yeah, well, I think they went there for another thing, or did they go there just to protect him?
No, it was just like
No,
a
I think
small-time
they
mission.
learned about that while they were there.
Okay.
Yeah, they learned because Kyojima was reading the newspaper.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So they were there to begin with, and then
Yeah.
all hell broke loose when
Tempesta.
nameless
Tempesta
guy.
when he kind of broke in and started wrecking the place. And then Laxus pretty much stepped in last moment carrying groceries.
Yeah, just grocery shopping for him.
So that was a really funny moment.
Is it weird? I kind of wanted to see that.
What, Laxus cooking?
Just lots of grocery shopping.
Oh, grocery shopping, yeah. Like his big physique, like walking through the aisles, like picking up stuff. Or I guess in this sense, going vendor to vendor, because they don't have like a shopping mall kind of thing. They have like vendor stalls. So, but yeah. So we find out that basically they are all demons in Tartaros. Basically, Tartaros is like full of demons. Because this guy can control the weather and like can control like.
Zero's a demon slayer, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Yes.
they mentioned that he was like. I don't know. I feel like they mentioned something like he was more than just human. He was like.
Didn't he say like, I'm
Kyoka
surprised
told
to
him-
see when you're human form?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she said.
So it stands to reason that like Silver has like a demon form they can transform into. So I'm a big excited to see what that looks like. And I'm sure all the members have some kind of demon form.
I'm sure he'll bring it up against Natsu or Grey or something.
Maybe. Oh man, Gray versus Silver. That'd be a cool fight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
because Grey has no idea who he is.
Not too bad.
Maybe like yeah, didn't what is it? Zero said something that kind of confused me when they were in the prison. He's like, "It can't be you, Natsu." He said something like that.
He said.
I don't know what he means
why did,
by
he's-
that.
He was kind of like, why did it have to be you, or something like that.
Well, it seemed like he knows Natsu, and he maybe didn't know what he looked like, but like when Lazana said his name, he realized, oh, this is Natsu, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he meant by that. Maybe he
It
knows
was also
something.
that first episode that I'm kind of jumping around here
Yeah,
a
go
little
for it.
bit, but it was also that first episode where Cobra, when he's saying to Mess that they're all demons from the Book of Zareth and E.N.D is their master. It was that episode too, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, no,
that's
it was
very
the-
important.
I'm like sitting here
That's
like
very
hardcore.
It was the following episode, because that was part of the recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
So it's
Cobra is the
following
one who
episode.
breaks that news that E.N.D is the master of Tartaros.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how Natsu kicks his ass. What is it? No, it'd be funny if just like he turns into like a true dragon form mode. Yeah, like he gains wings and like sharp teeth and claws and stuff.
Oh god.
Like his actual dragon mode.
So we were on the
Electric.
Laxus fight
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
Tempesta.
Well, not much of a fight.
Well,
Just like
it
a
was a
1KO
pretty cool
karate
fight
chop.
because Laxus at one moment was starting to lose a little bit. I think.
No, he was
kicking him the whole time.
Okay. Never mind. I guess I'm
and
trying
then he
to.
told him
I'm
to stand still. He's like, this slower, this still enough for you. Then just like karate chop.
yeah. Okay. I guess I'm thinking of like what the fight in like the GMG arc when like him and
Jura?
Jura was fighting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Anyways.
just lightning speed.
Back to this episode. Yeah. So so Laxus puts out a bunch of cool like moves and everything to fight him and everything, but when he actually defeats him, he like activates his like demon mode in a way where like he sacrifices his body to do like one final act.
When they all do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Jackal
they
did,
all
like a huge explosion like that.
yeah. Jackal had the explosion. This guy had like poison mist or whatever that like would kill anybody who
Bane
like
particles.
He had,
Bane particles. There you go.
I think he had a ether nano.
Is that pretty sure that's Bane particles, right? Yeah.
No, Bane particles are. Bane particles is basically. It's like anti-ether nano.
Okay.
Basically, he said it destroys the ether nano in the air.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it. Yeah, so Laxus sucks up like a ton of it.
Would
So
Cobra be able to eat that?
probably not.
I don't think it's a poison.
Poison.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to eat it because it would destroy his Dragon Slayer magic inside of him.
Yeah, because Ether Nano is like magic, right? Like it's like your inner magic stuff.
Yeah,
So if he ate it, like Laxus did, it would like start destroying his magic from within. So hopefully Laxus doesn't die. He's still in deathbed right now, and the freaking guild exploded.
If he does get up, what's that gonna mean? Is he gonna be like powerless?
Maybe. But he's got like a lacrima inside of him, so maybe that lacrima might still be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Could destroy the lacrima, maybe.
I don't know. If anything, it might make the lacrima like inert, and then they can just kind of power it up again. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's if he survives.
That's if he survives. Yeah. If anyone survives, like the whole freaking guild exploded.
Just put him outside in a storm. Just have a lightning bolt like shoot at him. That'll wake him up.
Take his lacrima to the Pokeball Center.
Oh my.
Nurse Joy will. Nurse Joy will fix him up.
Oh. I love how when Freeze says everyone's safe, and then like they're just like, no one's safe, but Markov says, yeah, they're safe.
Yeah.
Like making them believe that Laxus didn't do all that for nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's so they can feel better.
Right. Yeah, not worry about him, just like be like, he did good this today kind of thing. So
I'll get your rest.
Yeah.
He kind of did the same thing during the movie when he says I'll take responsibility for the death of I forgot her name. I forgot the lady's name, but when he was giving an arrow to Urza,
right,
it was basically like the same thing like that.
That's not important.
Yeah. Didn't tell Urza that it would kill her.
He basically said, "This is my sins to bear."
Right. I mean,
he's kind of doing the same thing with Freed.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, "You guys did a good job, but the reality, I will keep that forever."
Being a guild master, he kind of has to do stuff like that every once in a while, to protect their members and not have them have like an inner fight like with their demons kind of thing. Like if Urza knew that she was gonna kill someone when she shot that arrow, it would have like been totally differently.
She wouldn't have shot it. She said it
exactly.
herself.
Yeah. She wouldn't have shot it. So, lying like that, like little kind of white lies or withheld information from certain situations, it comes with the territory kind of thing. Like he's got to do it in order for his plan to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happened with Freed.
Okay.
So right now, he lied to Freed so that way Freed would rest properly and like get his magic up again, because they did suck in some of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Freed and all the Thunder Legion. So
I think they said that what is it? The threes is likely that they will survive it, but Lots is like very unlikely that he will survive it.
Because he took so much of it.
He sucked it in. That's why.
When he did that,
a lot of it.
When he did that, I had the thought. I was like, I really wish at some point he's just gonna like gain control of that power, and all of a sudden he's like not only Lightning Dragon, but he's also like Lightning Dragon, Bane Particle, like powered up or something.
Lightning Vein Dragon.
I mean, it sounds cool. Lightning Bane Dragon.
It's just it wouldn't be possible because it literally destroys magic. So.
But it would be like a cool little fan service thing or something like that. If anything,
you could always learn a curse or something.
But yeah, so
if you're a demon.
So the demon guy doesn't actually die because they go into like vats that the girl kind of
to regenerate a body.
We don't know how they do it yet, but they just kind of appear in a vault or like a vat, and then they kind of like
tube.
Like a tube, yeah, and then like they like regenerate their body.
Do they I forget if they said anything about it, but do they get stronger every time they regenerate?
I don't think so.
They said that Tempesta loses his memories.
Yeah.
Every time he blows up.
I think it comes with his curse, like his power stuff that makes that happen, makes that a thing because like his Bane
weird.
particle stuff, and he like basically like destroys his entire body to become like a Bane cloud.
Cobra.
Yeah.
What was the latest episode you've seen? Just so I
240?
can like know. Like, do you know anything about Tempesta now? Like in the newest episodes?
Well, he's got a new body.
Oh, so you've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then
the bunny girl, the bunny girl.
The bunny girl explains Lammy. She explains that because he uses Bane particles, he loses his memories because of that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember she's saying something like that, like his power like was the reason why he lost his memory every time. But Jackal's fine. Jackal's like, he revived and he's like, why did I get a new body? Like he's all mad.
Because you're perfect the way you are.
I love that moment where the bunny girl was talking about Minerva and how she says, girls don't do it for me, kind of thing.
Nah. I didn't really enjoy making this one.
Yeah, it's really funny. So does that mean the bunny girl is the reason why they have like they have the VATs? Like, does the bunny girl like do that kind of stuff, or is that the okay?
I think her title is this research or regeneration division or something like that.
Okay.
Basically, her only job is that.
Yeah.
No.
Alright. She gets to make them like whatever she wants.
Yeah, so her
she kept Minerva pretty much looking the same, like face and stuff, but she's got it out for Mira.
Yeah. Like hardcore. Like she thinks she's just too cute.
Unless the girl who caught Minerva did it herself. Like, did Minerva herself?
Maybe. Because that girl...
No. Kyoka ordered the Lammy girl to do it.
Okay.
She just, I guess, she just wasn't really interested, so she was just like, I'll follow the orders.
So what does Kyoko...
I guess she's triggered by Mira.
What does
I don't think she was given any orders from Mira.
What does Kyoko do for the Demon Gates again? She's just like the leader?
She's a recruiter. I think that's what she said.
Okay. Because like when we first saw her, I thought she was the one that was doing the upgrades in quotation marks, like trying to improve people, like recruit like them. And so I thought that went hand in hand with the VATs that they were putting people into. I thought she was doing that as well. So I guess there's a whole other person meant for that. So let's see. After Laxus and all of them are in the like medical ward of Fairy Tail, basically.
Then Leo goes
Jackal.
little 18 plus on Wendy.
Oh.
I don't remember. I remember a little. Like I remember that happening, but I don't remember exactly what happens. It's been a little while since I saw that.
He said that he had some.
He basically
oh,
said,
right. Go ahead.
He knows where one of the four members live because he did something with his daughter.
Go ahead and talk about that for a second. I gotta do something real quick. So keep talking.
Okay.
Okay.
So Natsu versus Jackal.
Yeah. Brace
Yeah,
yourself.
it was funny. It was funny when they make it to the chairman, the former council member's house, and Wendy sees the granddaughter there.
Yeah.
She's like, she's the one who did things with Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah.
I had to close my door. So, yeah. That was a really funny moment.
Like,
Yeah.
Instantly red face.
Wendy in Tartaros arc seems a lot better. Like for some reason, like every quote that she's ever said, every like kind of response to anything is just all great, like fantastic. Like when
You know what I want Wendy to do in this arc?
Huh.
Like, and I say this with Gargiel as well because this is like a serious threat right now, and I really want those two to unlock their dragon forces now.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is serious, you know? These guys ain't going down through puny sky magic.
When we first met Gargiel and he was fighting against Natsu, I full on thought like his iron scales was his Dragon Force, but I was told later on that it's just his armor. That's just like something he can do.
It's because of that that people thought it was Dragon Force. The creator Hiro Mashima, he basically never used that move ever again.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Because people thought it was Dragon Force, but he's like, nope, it's not.
And also with the fight with
Wow.
crap, I forgot his name.
Jackal.
Those chicken
No,
guys.
the Shadow guy, Shadow Dragon Slayer.
Oh, it was Rogue.
Rogue, when he was fighting, when he sucked up Rogue's shadow, his whole body was smooth iron. His entire body was smooth iron. So something like that, like happening, yeah.
He gets like some venom ice.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be really cool to see Dragon Force. I mean, at this point, I mean, they've been teasing Natsu turning in and out of Dragon Force constantly, like twice now, or 3 times now, right?
Yeah.
No, twice. One with the Ethereon, twice with the Yellow Flame, or Golden Flame, I should say.
He's
Yeah,
never used
twice.
Dragon Force after that.
Yeah. So they've been kind of teasing the fact that it's very rare and like it never happens. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to see.
Somehow consuming Atlas Flame in GMG didn't trigger that.
I know, right? Like that would be a prime.
Not enough power.
That would
He
be.
kept eating and eating for like a good like 5 minutes.
But it did power him up.
I think it's like this: the stronger Natsu gets, the longer it's or the more it's gonna take to activate it.
Yeah.
Because before he was really weak compared to Jellal, so he ate. I mean, well, actually, you can't really compare Ethereon to anything else.
Right. That's like
Ethereon's
pure
like
magic. Yeah, it's like exactly like a nuke magic. Like it's just like you just like suck it up and instant
form.
Yeah, and like
Well, not anymore.
ultimate dragon form. And then
I think his Dragon Force in the Tower of Heaven was stronger than when he fought Zero. I think it was, because it seemed like he was.
I feel like
know.
the same thing, but I think the Golden Flame added a little bit more to his power as well, because he burned through that like curse thing that
magic.
Zero did. Yeah, not curse, but like the magic stuff that Zero put him into. Like the light from the golden fire like burned through everything. So yeah, it would be really cool to see
Flame Lotus
more stuff.
exploding flame blade.
Yeah. Actually,
He needs to use another secret art, man.
it was like something way different though with Zero fighting Zero. He had like this big huge spiel. I just watched Shark's video reaction of the episode.
I haven't watched that yet.
So the thing that upsets me about that part, and for the English dub, when he unleashes that final fire attack, is because in the dub he says, "I'm no longer playing games with you," but in the sub he says, "Full magic power release." That means he's putting all his magic into it.
That one attack, the final attack that he does.
Yeah.
With Zero.
Yeah, he was going all out, like no holding back at all.
Yeah, because he did kind of add a ton of like names to that move when he was saying it. Like it's like a massive attack kind of thing. Like he said like Flame Lotus.
It's a hidden form.
It was like Flame Lotus secret art. Like they kept going around like saying all these words and stuff, and then finally did like this spear move all the way through the building.
Yeah, he said it was a hidden fire form. So I'm guessing he can't use it unless he's going absolutely all out, like full magic power.
Which goes back to the fact that he might have been stronger than the Tower of Heaven arc, because Tower of Heaven arc he didn't have to use something like that. Or I guess you could say like he didn't have to because he was already powerful enough to defeat him without it, kind of thing.
True, because Zero was putting up a fight, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But he put him in like a cage, a cage of nightmares, like.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh my!
Nearly the entire fight with Zero, Natsu was in Dragon Force. That's way longer than Jellal.
Oh yeah, and then that final moment where he was like encased in like, the shell of the nightmare, whatever that Zero did.
It's like
he heard,
purgatory. I think.
he heard
That
like
giant lake.
the internal voice of Igneal like helping through him through the whole event, and then he like got the courage to like, or not the courage, but the power to like burn through it. So yeah. But yeah,
Actually, I
jumping.
think Zero. I think
Yeah,
Zero
right,
said it was citizens of the Nether, the Nether, something like that. Anyways, whatever.
But yeah, jumping back to the Tartaros arc. Where were we again? We had. I guess we've been jumping all over.
Versus Natsu.
Jackal.
Okay, yeah, Natsu versus Jackal. Yeah, so. That fight was pretty funny to start with because he just kept punching and punching and punching and punching and punching, and then like
Was that
Jackal.
the first time we ever saw like official blood on someone's face after a battle?
Yeah, and then well, maybe the first, but it's one of the only ones. Only times we've seen it so far. But Jackal being like, "Hey, wait a minute," and then like he just keeps punching.
Yeah. Yo, wait a second.
That was really funny. But yeah, so Natsu or Jackal's curse is like every time you punch him, a curse is applied to the area that you punched him at or whatever. Like if you punch him with your fist, the curse will be applied to your fist, kind of thing. So every time he punched Jackal, he punched him like 1 billion times. Obviously not 1 billion times, but like about 100 times probably. All this curse is activated at once, and he just like detonated the whole building.
I can't believe that legit kept Natsu down.
Yeah, well, it was the first time he had to do it,
Like,
and he said it. He said it himself the first time he didn't know what it was like. So it was like, because like explosions don't really hurt Natsu, so him getting this like massive like bomb all of a sudden onto him, like it took him out the first time, just a little bit, and then he got used to it.
Yeah.
When he started eating his fist to like eat the explosion, yeah, or sucking it up, like when the explosion first like happened, that kind of thing. So in a way, Jackal versus Natsu is unfair now because Natsu knows exactly how to defeat Jackal every time now. So
Well,
if they
I'm
meet
sure
again,
Jackal has something in mind now.
maybe, yeah,
Basically, Natsu is pretty much the worst opponent for Jackal.
right, yeah. If Jackal
Pretty much.
and Jackal and Natsu are gonna be in a fight, Jackal's gonna lose, like 100%, because like Natsu knows exactly what to do with his curse, how to counter it and everything, and how to defeat him. Basically, just punch the crap out of him.
Someone always finds a way to do something new that'll stop him.
Yeah. So now all we need is people in Fairy Tail who know how to counter the other demons. Like, I was trying to think about this earlier. Like, you know the horn girl, the yellow horn girl that can manipulate dead bodies and stuff, or manipulate bodies, I should say.
Zayla.
Yeah.
Zayla.
Basically, what I was thinking is like, who can counter her? And I would assume maybe like that one Fairy Tail member who can do the mind reading. Maybe he can kind of get through the curse, maybe.
What's his name? I forgot his name. That's how
I want to say Warrod, but I know it's not. I know it's not Warrod.
It's
I think it is
Warren. It's
Warren. Yes, with an N. There you go. Yeah, Warren. He's the mind guy for Fairy Tail. He can like kind of link up everyone's minds together and like talk kind of thing. So I was thinking like maybe he can be like a good kind of counter to that girl's magic.
What about? Oh wait, no, never mind. He's out of commission. I was thinking of Big Slow because he took over Elfman.
Oh yeah, good point.
That's true. Yeah.
But he's out of commission.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe he'll get back up.
If Warren went up against one of the 9 demon gates, he would probably get one-shotted.
Yeah.
He would.
Also, is Warren even there? I didn't remember seeing him in the guild when we last saw it.
He was there.
I don't know.
Okay. There's so many people there that I didn't recognize where he was or not.
I wonder if Kibelios is going to get a fight in this arc.
I know, right? That'd be cool. Having Kenina just go full on Kibelios on somebody.
Yeah, can you switch between the dragon snake and her regular form?
Yeah, because like
I have a theory about why she was a snake, and I think it's because of the Tower of Heaven arc. Like, I think because they would I think they experimented on people over there.
Oh, really?
that could be a thing.
I
Yeah.
think that they might have turned her into that, because didn't Makarov in the clock arc say that there was a spell on her?
Yeah.
So it might have been like that.
Yeah, it could be like, you know, those worshippers of Zerif or whatever that owned the Tower of Heaven art, Tower of Heaven before Jellal got a hold of it, basically. When they were torturing him, I think that's sort of what happened. Like, because like they were talking about how Jellal didn't seem fazed by the torture, so like they wanted to do more to him.
Yeah.
So maybe Kenina was one of those kind of kids that did something that they didn't like, and they were torturing her, and then at the last moment they're like, "Okay, you're a snake now," kind of thing. Like maybe.
Flashback, please.
Like that would be really funny if something like that was like the cause
how
of
did
it.
Cobra
But,
find it then?
well, I'm sure they would like.
Cobra's with her. Remember, back in Tower of Heaven, that little tiny snake on his finger.
No, but like, how did he get the snake then?
Well,
She was turned into a snake.
Either they threw her out of the tower, and then like she kind of slid her back, or Cobra found her on the ground, or they threw the snake back into the cells, and Cobra like grabbed it and be like, kind of thing. Like, I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's not. I wouldn't be surprised if she somehow got back in. I mean, the size of the snake in the picture with Cobra is really small.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny gardener snake size. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a worm.
And now she's like she was a full-grown like python like size, like massive, like, God, what's those snakes called? What's the biggest snake ever? Hold on, let me look it up.
Anaconda.
It's a python.
Biggest snake
She's
ever. Google. Python. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah, Python's biggest.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's basically she's bigger than a python.
Yeah, because I was watching a thingy like a python eating an alligator.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, those things are massive.
Yeah.
And hey, you know, since since Cobra may or might not be a good guy now, considering he's joining Crime Sorcier,
yeah,
they might get to meet again.
Yeah, and I full on hope that we get to see more Cobra like using his powers for good, and like proving to Kenina that like they can be together, kind of thing. Because like I know like last time they met,
think she ever died it.
Right, but like last time they saw each other was in the Key of the Starry Sky arc when
No, it was the end of the Dragon arc. When he was heading back to jail, he met her, and then when the soldiers arrived again, he basically said, "I don't know who you are." So that she could.
Okay.
Well, that was in the Starry Sky arc.
What's that?
I think it was during the Dragon arc.
No, they didn't even meet in the Are you talking about the GMG thing?
Yeah, the dragons.
No, she didn't meet him there. Like, she knew he was there. Like, she knew he was fighting, and he said he could hear her voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I mixed it up. Alright.
Yeah, the Starry Sky arc was when when Cobra was defeated.
When, like, she started hearing his voice, and like he broke out for the first time. Then they met after, so like one KO'd him.
Cobra was defeated on the ground, like, you know, passed out or whatever, and Kenina heard Cobra voice, ran to him in like the crater that he was in, and like was talking and everything, and that's when Mest and like, you know, all them
Mest
like
and what's his name?
the glasses guy.
What's that glass guy name?
We got off track.
We did, but that's fine. Going back to the village, or not the village.
We gotta have
Tartaros
those two
arc.
just end off.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Basically, we saw.
Where are we up to?
After the Jackal Natsu fight. I'm trying to remember what happened after that.
Face.
No,
face.
We didn't have to cover everything.
Face
like,
Yeah,
revealed.
face. Face revealed. Well, we kind of did go through like the entire fight, like how Natsu kind of won up against anything
Well, how-
Jackal did.
About how Happy survived the explosion.
That's true. Yeah, like yeah, that was.
And now we got that cancer hairstyle back.
I feel like this arc has been just teasing death.
Yeah.
Like I know death's a thing because all the grandmother council is like dead, but like all the main characters have been teasing death like constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different tone.
Yeah.
They even
thing about
drink
that,
cups of blood.
The thing about the Happy escaping the explosion, I mean, I know it's obviously not. This is obviously just the theory, but Happy can go like his max speed is like
Supersonic.
Mach or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he just got out of there really fast.
Yeah.
His max speed.
Yeah, it stands to reason that he can like grab
But he,
Jackal and
he
then
went
like
right
supersonic
up,
straight up.
Dropped him at some point.
Well, I
dropped him and then like got the hell out of there.
I think Jackal just kept his momentum. Like as Happy was like carrying him, went Mach speed straight up, let go of him to like keep momentum going up, and then flew away. Enough time for him to the explosion to not hit him. I don't know. Something might have happened up there. We're never gonna know.
We find out that Carla does care about him.
yeah, we do. Which was a cool moment.
Face.
And yeah, Face. So Face is some kind of like apocalyptic
Magic pulse bomb.
Yeah, like apocalyptic like artifact like thing.
Somehow a
They
new-
said it was it's a
Kenina?
magic. They said Face is a magic pulse bomb.
Yeah.
To put it simply, it erases all magic in the
Right.
in the continent, so no wizard will be able to use magic when it goes off.
Yeah.
That's like the simplest
makes
thing.
sense.
So
Yeah.
we're back to Endless.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, basically. I think they said it was a continental lie.
And we saw Face when Jellal lost his key to the Two-Face when
Chairman.
when the chairman took the key from him, put it on himself, got killed
And
for
then
it.
stupidly said that.
Yeah.
He
I
stupidly
saw that.
admitted that it was on him.
I saw that immediately. Like I saw that coming immediately. Like when that happened, I was just like, "Oh God!" My chair broke. That's fine. Ugh.
Wait, what happened?
My chair, like my little thing that holds my back like in place, it kind of like clipped back and I just fell back. That's fine.
Oh God, are you okay?
I'm good. But it's just my chair is starting to get old. That's fine. But what was it saying? Crap. Can't remember what I was saying. Face.
oh.
We saw Face. We saw Face.
Yeah, so when
Oh,
when the chairman like got rid of got the key and then put it on himself, I saw that moment coming like immediately, like that like
It was
he's
so
gonna die.
obvious
Yeah, it was
gonna
like they're evil. Come on, dude.
Yeah, why couldn't you just say, like, now I can control who it goes to, not I freaking have it?
Yeah.
Because that guy kept asking, like, so what you're saying is you are now the one guy who's stopping
Yeah,
us.
he kept like insisting
like, yeah.
so let me get this straight now. You now own it.
Okay, look, because of me, your plan ain't working at the minute. Now please let me keep ranting.
Well, I mean, they did need him too. Anyways.
Right. Yeah. Afterwards, they realized that they made a mistake.
Oh, for God's sake! Now we gotta do this manually.
So yeah, it would have been done there and there. Like right then, if they transferred the key and killed that person to gain access to Face, the whole world would have been like gone like in an instant. So them killing the counselor, and then like a councilman or whatever, and then like not having the tools to use Face, it now delays their whole plan even further enough for Fairy Tail to come in and stop them. Plot
If they're even
convenience. If they're alive, yeah.
Because what was it the girl said that that ball that Elfman has is like an Inferium blast times 500 or something?
It
Something
was
like that.
Jupiter cannon.
Yeah, Jupiter Cannon.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as a 3-on blast, because it just destroyed the building. That's all it did.
Fair enough.
It's basically really concentrated, so like it vaporizes people.
Yeah.
Ethereon is like a nuke dropping on someone.
Yeah. Think of like an ion cannon from like Command and Conquer. It's just like a big old blast and everything around it just dies. That's all it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, we keep jumping around, but at least we're touching on everything that happens in Tartaros arc so far.
You should just like pick all the little details.
Yeah. So, after we got to see, let's see. God, I'm like remembering so hard of what happens.
We're talking about the chairman dying, but like that's like from the very last episode we saw.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about the whole Natsu encountering Silver thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
No,
so,
we didn't.
One thing we didn't talk about was Mira and Urza riding this friggin' badass
wow.
fairy tale
How
mount.
could I forget that?
Them going to the councilman's house to like protect him. Turns out he's
and
evil.
then getting drugged.
Yeah, just being like either poisoned or drugged. Yeah, like knock out something in the tea that he gave him. And then Natsu
And then he got
smelling.
to hold them both in his arms.
And then Natsu getting there at a time, thanks to the happy supersonic, getting there and like picking up the scent and knowing where to go.
Doing his traditional crashing through the wall.
Yeah, just going right through the window, like wall area section, the whole section.
Where are my friends?
And just like wrecking the whole place. Him and Silver like meeting for the first time was pretty intense. Silver walking up, the whole room got cold. Yeah, the moment he said gray full, and then like that's it. Like, he just gray full, and then like it got cut off.
You shouldn't have brought up that name.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder. What happened to him and how he is.
The second he
there.
said that, I was like, "Well, yo, wait a second, father."
Yeah, my first impression was father or brother, but then after the episode, I was like, yeah, he's a little too old. So yeah, I went back to father or uncle or something like that, a family member at some point, but probably father, 100% probably father. Yeah, so
or grandfather.
He froze Natsu enough to get him into a cage and then unfroze him pretty much. And Happy got away, luckily. Happy got away and went back to the guild, told them where they were. Levy has now been...
Didn't really matter, though.
Up until now, have been, like, researching where it might be. Turns out, right above them.
All that for nothing.
Directly above them. So, that's happening. But yeah, Lazana and Natsu. I wanted to know, in the manga, since Lazana wasn't a thing, how'd that scene go down? Do you guys know?
She was naked.
What?
Well, because Lazana wasn't supposed to be... In the manga, Lazana wasn't...
Lazana was brought back from Netherlands. She was brought back because an editor was like, I like this character, please bring her back.
Okay, I thought that was the anime that did that. I didn't know it was the manga as well. Okay.
The anime is the one that built up her character with the filler scenes and all that stuff.
Right. Okay. So Lazana was there. Okay, got it. Understood. I'm all cleared up now. They
were also nude in that scene. All of them.
All of them were? God.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Natsu.
What, you talking about
Natsu and Lazana? Yeah.
Both naked?
Yeah. Because so remember what the guard said? Do you remember what the guard said? He said animals shouldn't have clothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why. But since they censored it a little bit, they didn't strip them naked.
Why did they say that line then?
They were like, you guys are animals. You don't need clothing. So they threw them in the cage.
And they did kind of strip down most of what they had anyways. Like Natsu had like a shirt on and like a belt and boots and all that stuff, but now he just had pants or something like that. Yeah.
I don't think Lazana was at all.
She has a shirt and like short shorts or whatever. But yeah. Interesting. More stuff that the manga got to do with the anime censored and stuff. But
Manga, you know.
Just
You ain't
add-
watching it, you're just reading it.
Just add to the list of things
No
that's different.
colours.
I do like what Lisana was telling Natsu, that Tartaros has basically taken not all but most of their strongest members out already.
Yeah.
So they've already got Mira,
Yeah.
Urza, Laxus, and now Natsu is captured too.
Yeah.
So Tartaros is doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah.
I bet Connor feels pretty stupid for tearing up that Guild Arts card now.
I know, right? However many episodes ago that was, yeah. Like, where is he right now? Like, he should know something's happening.
He's just chilling in the
Right.
pub.
Yeah, I wonder if Godarts has something himself that he can kind of tell is happening. Maybe it would be cool for him to come back and help
I
out.
don't know.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to. We ain't seen him in 2014 style yet.
Yeah.
And he would look pretty cool.
Well, no, we did we see him? No. Yeah. He left.
Nope.
He left before the GMG arc. That's right.
Yeah.
And the GMG arc was like halfway through was when they transferred to 2014. Yeah. So okay, yeah. So what happened next after that? Oh yeah, Silver came in, and gave Lozana cold
Water.
basically.
It's cold water.
I like the fact
It would have
that.
been funny if while she was drinking it, he just turned it into ice.
But see, these scenes with Silver, every time we get to see him, he seems more and more human, because he's like he was like laughing at one point with Natsu when he first met him, and in the cage scene he like had like a couple like jokes here and there, kind of like silly things, kind of like humor bits to kind of lighten the mood, and
Yeah.
it just brings back to him being more human.
Seems
than
like a
demon.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Like he
He
can't have
seems
poor
like
lady
a
suffer.
pretty pardon the pun, cool dude. I know that's a bad pun,
Yeah.
but he's an
think of
alright
anything
stand-up
else?
guy. What else? Damn it. He Natsu put up the question again, like, why do you smell so familiar, kind of thing. And then he kind of just shut it off, right? He just kind of like walked
just
away.
walks off.
Yeah.
Just like waved his cup at him.
And then what happened after that?
He's
And
like,
that's when he
"Can't
says,
be you,
Natsu,
Natsu."
it couldn't be you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, jumping back a little bit to the other members who couldn't
I think
save.
Atlas Frame brought that up
To what? About what?
to Zero, like when he throws him.
I don't know. I don't think they ever talked. Maybe? I don't know.
Me?
Because
I don't know. Because Atlas
Windy
Flame never forgot Natsu.
Windy was the one that
'Cause-
brought Atlas Flame to life.
No, I
In
mean
a way.
like before he throws him.
That's what I mean. Like
No.
Atlas Flame has been like a flame all this time. He hasn't been like talking to anybody. I don't think. Because even Flair
Yeah,
was
good
like
point.
talking about like it felt like it was the first time she's ever talking to Atlas Flame before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, good
it was
point.
it was standard reason that Windy was the one that brought him to life again, like the last of his essence.
Unless Zero's been alive for 400 years as well.
But it brings me back to like the treasure hunting guild, like when they wanted to get the S-class treasure. It's probably what Silver kind of saw. Like he wanted the S-class treasure too. Internal flame. Don't know why it's internal. Maybe it's a demon. Freeze it, kind of thing. So
Maybe.
Probably.
yeah. But yeah, jumping back, we had Gray and Juvia on back of some kind of like leopard thing, going to their council member that they were going to protect. They were too late, and the whole place
village
was like
destroyed.
yeah, the whole place had like slashes all the way in like the walls and the buildings, and like there's like all these like Zorro, like it was like just had like a canvas of slices. Like it was like easy for him. It looked like.
Gone.
Or whoever it is. I don't think we ever met the demon yet that did that.
No.
Maybe we have. I don't know.
I
And
don't think
then
we met the one that Gargiel missed either.
which one was that one?
I remember, but
Okay.
you know, Gargiel went to save a council member and failed.
Yeah, I can't remember what the village looked like. Was it the empty one?
I think he said that the village was intact. like only the council member died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, the one that was that I'm
I
thinking
think
of.
all dicks.
I think the one that I'm thinking of is the one that the Lizana and Elfin went to. The one like in the mountainside, like it was like a hidden kind of village in the mountains.
Yeah.
And it was like intact, and then like the council member was dead on the ground, and then got back up, destroyed Lizana's communication device, and then died again. Which was, that whole animation was pretty funny because like the look on the council member's face like the entire time was like the same. Like he had that kind of like dead eye, like just glared look, and then like he pointed out Lizana's thing, destroyed it, and then just died the same way, kind of thing. But in a way, I guess he didn't really die. It was the girl like just manipulating his body. But she did say he tried to make him look convincing, which was interesting.
Yeah, but it's just a dead corpse.
Yeah. So we have that. Was there any more council members that I missed?
No, that's all.
No.
Okay. I did have a theory that, like, a small kind of theory that it's wrong now, but when we first saw Gray and Juvia on the back of the leopard thing, I had a theory when I first saw that the leopard was actually either Mira or Lizana, because they can transform into creatures and stuff. I full on thought that was like, you know, one of them. But now that we know that Mira is trapped in a cell and Lizana is somewhere else with Elfman, it wasn't one of them. So Fairy Tail just has mounts. It seems like they just have like animals like that have the Fairy Tail logo like branded on them.
Yeah, they just will go along with these things.
Yeah, it's almost like that purple pig or pink pig or whatever we've seen like for a while, like pushing, like moving the cart, like really early on in Fairy Tail, like when they went on adventures, they had like this kind of cart and this like pig that would like cart the pig like the thing around.
Thing. Oh, that.
Yeah, they had that. They always had that kind of that pig like help them out, and then now they have like a giant like badass freaking like deer like moose looking creature.
Yeah, just getting these animals.
And then like a leopard like thing, like cheetah leopard, and then like so they have all these cool animals now at their disposal. So let's see, anything else I missed?
I can't believe we haven't brought up the Jellal and Face first Jellal yet.
I mean, yeah, there was an episode dedicated to it, but like it was only like a couple minutes.
No,
like,
there wasn't. There wasn't one. There was one named it for some reason, but there was no like moment.
I said this to you Kickass, like off camera, but it felt like the episode after that episode, that named episode, this one 240. The 240 had more Jellal and Face than the actual 239.
That should have been the name of it.
Yeah. Because, so
like, Jallal's done something to his eyes.
So let's
cut them.
Let's touch on that. So Jellal went after the rest of the Jellal and Face. Cobra killed Brain. Like the first chance he got, basically, so Brain wouldn't be like holding them back or, you know, commanding them to do whatever.
I think in the sub he says like he was planning to betray them, like soon, or he saw them as nothing as pawns or something.
Well, he said pawns in the anime, in the dubbed. So
yeah,
I think like the sub he's like
he was saying sorry
that he would
midnight.
betray us at some point or something like that.
Yeah, he said something very similar in the dub as well with Midnight. He's like, sorry Midnight, but you know he was not your father, kind of thing.
I think Midnight said like, Cobra, if you heard it, it's true.
Okay.
Peace out, Dad.
Quote, peace out, Dad. So after that's when Jellal and what's her name? The Link Magic Girl?
Melody?
There you go.
Yeah.
When they kind of came up, and the Jellal and Face full on thought he was there to fight and bring him back to jail, so they started fighting him. Turns out he just wanted to have them join the guild, their guild,
which needs to happen.
Yeah, which is
Crime Sorcier.
Crime Sorcier, yeah. So a pretty epic battle between them both. They cut back and forth between that fight constantly, which made me think was that happening in real time with the other shows, or were they just kind of dragging that fight longer than it should have been? Because that fight could have been dealt with in one episode.
I think it was happening in real time.
Okay.
I like how
after everything happening. Yeah.
I like how Cobra was just taunting them as he was fighting them, saying their actual names when he fights them.
Yeah. And
just you're so predictable, Eric, or something like that.
It was either in the manga or the subbed that Dark Wolf told me about that Jellal actually heard Cobra's thoughts.
Yeah, you said he responded out loud to what Cobra was thinking. Yeah,
Cobra was thinking something he's quick, or I can't remember what it was. Maybe you guys, Tommy, might know. But he said Cobra thought something, and then in the manga or the subbed, Jellal responded to his thoughts and said I can hear you too, Cobra, or something like that. Do you guys remember that bit? Is that?
I think I remember the I can hear you too. I think I remember that part.
Yeah. Do you remember if that was the manga or the sub?
I want to say the sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 3 versions of the show. And they've been
Yeah.
But for the most part, the anime does a pretty good job of getting what you need to know from the manga and the main parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good adaptation.
And luckily, this is stuff by Funimation, so we miss nothing.
Yeah.
Just a couple phrases here and there that have been changed, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just for
Yeah, I think the sub uses the word shit a lot.
Maybe.
The what?
The sub uses the word shit a lot.
Oh, yeah. I know there's more...
Yeah,
more curse words in the sub.
Yeah, with the dub they have to kind of censor it because it was on a kids television. So
yeah,
and they're like a rated E for everyone kind of.
Are they still showing the Tartaros arc on a kids channel?
I don't know. I heard they took it away.
They can't show that on a kids channel.
There is no way they go to. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that they took it off TV or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I heard that from, but it might have been a comment or from Dark Wolf or something.
Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, none of those shows would be able to air this. This arc.
Also, it's still being dubbed, so they wouldn't be on TV for a little while if they did. But yeah. But let's see, what did I miss? I think I got it all, right? You got it all?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. Trying to remember, really quickly, council members, What was your favorite bit so far, Kickass, while I remember stuff?
Favorite bit? That's a tough question right there, because there's been so much in this Tartaros arc right now. There's I don't even think I can pick a favorite bit. There's just there is so much
pick a few
surprises that's happened so far.
Yeah.
I can pick a what?
You can pick a few. You don't have to pick one.
Okay, the fight between Natsu and Jackal, obviously, that was amazing. Yeah. I think the scene with Zero, Lazana, and Natsu in the prison, that was pretty good.
Oh, okay. I remember one thing that I forgot.
Tortured.
Yeah. Wait, you like that bit?
I know Natsu likes that bit. It's probably Natsu's favorite thing.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Isn't that messed up?
I will confirm nor deny.
Wait, so I have to ask you guys, Kickass and Cobra, what are you guys' thoughts of the arc so far? Because I'm pretty sure you guys have heard from us in general that this is the best arc in Fairy Tail, so what do you guys think of it so far?
I
agree with it.
People say GMG's the best, but this one is definitely the biggest threatening one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best, but
yeah,
I'd like to wait until I see N whole arc before I say okay, this one's the best one.
Yeah, this arc definitely is like moving along the
Because
path
I think
of
it
death.
started out strongest out of any arc so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The first episode was fantastic. I loved the first episode. Even the
Like,
Sun Village
no,
arc. The Sun Village arc was fantastic as well.
No getting like used to things, like straight up, you know. We're starting out with the demolition.
Yeah. Well,
Death
all I
is a
can
real
say
thing.
is you guys are in for more surprises to come.
Oh god.
Probably what
Also-
next
Okay,
episode in a few hours.
Also, I wanted to
All
add.
I want is the anime to continue. Ugh.
Also wanted to add that
Yeah,
a
I'm just taking
couple
a break right now.
episodes back, I asked my fans if they could help Dark Wolf kind of pick a few episodes that will go well together. Like a couple episodes that
I know a lot
kind
of people want 243, 244, and 245 together.
Well, I've heard 243, 244. Those two
Yeah.
episodes go well together, and then I
That's
know
my opinion.
Tommy did was helping out as well in the comments. And there's a couple other episodes later on. I think 248 and something along those lines. But I think Dark Wolf was still thinking about that. But I think for a fact, 243 and 244 will be a combo reaction. I'll be watching those two together. Because everybody
Nice.
so far has been confirming that those two episodes go well
Yeah.
together. So
Because
I
Frodo,
forgot
Steel
what
Frodo,
happens.
just recently, he watched 243 and he immediately said he needed to watch the next episode, so he recorded 2 fairy tale episodes that day. So I think it's a good idea for you to do this thing.
Wow.
okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I upload a video, I always watch everyone's reactions to the episode because once I see it, it's like fair game for everything. So I watch Steel Frodo's stuff. When Kickass uploads his video, I watch his videos, that kind of thing. So I knew that Steel Frodo has been ahead of me because he doesn't have any kind of schedule like I do. Or he's not following the same path as I am. I think he's just gonna watch everything and then kind of wait for the more dubs to come out.
Yeah, that's what he does.
But yeah, so once I see those episodes, I'll definitely go back and watch his reactions to it and see what he was thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have 241, 242 that
now,
will be separate, and then 243, 241. Go for
I'll
it.
be trying to figure out what's ReZero and what's not.
Yeah, so are you gonna skip right to 0 and like watch that and everything, or are you gonna stick by the path and continue down the line?
I say don't, because the first 7
I don't know.
minutes of the first 7 minutes of Zero are a spoiler of Tartaros.
I know, but like, I
and then
genuinely don't know what
and
to
then
do
the
right
ending and then the ending of Fairy Tail Zero, it goes through like a timeline type of thing, and it spoils. Still Frodo got spoiled.
Yeah, I remember that people telling me
Does
that.
anyone
yeah.
know like how big ReZero is? Like how many
ReZero?
episodes? No,
For-
not
ReZero's a
ReZero.
big
Zero.
show.
I think it's like something like
Fairy
6
Tail Zero-
episodes.
Fairy Tail Zero is like 12 chapters in
Okay.
manga length, so it's really short.
I feel
12
like
It's like
episodes
10
in the anime.
12 episodes,
But, like-
13 episodes.
Like, here's the
that.
problem I have with it. Like, the problem I have with it is, like, say it's like 6 episodes, and let's say that, up to the break that they took, right, like, before the recent episodes, ended at, like, 244. Kiss Anime would count those 6 episodes to 250,
interesting.
and then just continue on with the next episodes.
Doesn't Kiss Anime do the
So I
titles?
don't know where Zero is.
I believe Kiss Anime does titles with their episode names, so
They do, but they haven't done it for this. They don't do it for this.
not for 0.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what he
No,
means.
Zero
It counts it as regular fairy tale. Like, it doesn't say fairy tale 0.
Yeah.
It just says
Well,
fairy tale.
What you can
it's
do?
because-
So I don't know where Zero comes.
Zero. Okay. Fuck.
What
If you look at the sub is because when it was running during during TV release, it basically the Tartaros arc ended and they needed a filler arc, so they said we're gonna animate Zero. It's not its own separate show. They just said it's gonna be in Fairy Tail, so they just added it after Tartaros. So
Okay.
but because the dub decided to make it before Tartaros even ended, it's
Yeah.
like confusing.
I think the dub really
It's
messed
just-
it up, doing 0 first
It goes in
before
order of
Tartaros.
how they dubbed it, pretty much.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I
I think
I think I'm gonna
ultimately
have to.
what
I
you
think I have
can
no
do.
choice but to watch Zero.
I think ultimately what you can do is just talk with the Skype group and say, "Can you guys help me out? Find this episode or find whatever." They can because they've seen everything already on the Skype group, so they can kind of help you search for that kind of episode, and then they'll give you a link to it, so you can do
That's a
that.
good point.
I mean, it's a resource that I sometimes tap into, so it's because there's people there that would love to help. So I'm sure people
I
in
did not
Skype
think
group and
of that.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Try to get some help.
Believe that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I
This
think.
was a long ass episode.
Oh, actually, one more thing. I forgot to add
Well,
one more
it felt
thing.
longer with the 15 minutes we blew.
I forgot to add one more thing with the Jellal fight with Jellal and Face. Midnight basically doing like a barrier for Jellal, like putting him into like his own nightmare kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
And then
his magic.
And then Jellal seeing Zero waking up and like fighting him and like hurting him and beating him up and everything, and then basically destroying his body, and then somehow he didn't gouge his eyes out, but something happened to his eyes where he was able to kind of break through the nightmare.
He injured he injured his eyes basically.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. He just injured
He
them
is
somehow.
blind.
I thought he said.
blinded
I thought
himself.
They said like he blinded himself.
Yes, I think what he did was he did what Urza did in a way, because Urza only had one eye when he was fighting when she was fighting Midnight. So her fake eye was like the one that would help her get through the nightmare. So I think Jellal kind of learned from that and like did that here, but drastically, like good lord.
Too much.
So yeah, that's the last thing. If I forgot anything, I apologize. I'll try to talk about it next discussion. I think it's going to be like a week or two before we start it again, because typically doing an entire discussion video on one episode, seems to be a waste. So we'll wait a couple episodes and a couple weeks, that kind of thing, to get back into it. So yeah, thank you once again to Kickassreactions for joining me. Hopefully,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hopefully we can do these more often, and it's actually fun having another person who's up to where I am, and we can kind of bounce off ideas and stuff, and what we think of the episodes and everything. And then, as always, thanks to Natsu and Tommy for joining us and helping us out stay on track and like all the thoughts of the things that we missed and misremembered.
Your brain trembles.
Yeah. Okay. And then also thanks to Obay, who happened to leave for some reason or another. Maybe he had to go do something. It was a 2-hour-ish thing, so understandable. So yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Obay.
This was like at 2 hours and a minute.
Yeah, right now I'm recording. My recording software says an hour and 52 minutes, plus the 15 minutes that we missed and all that stuff.
Mine says in 2 hours and 20.
So
mine says 2 hours and 9.
2 hours and 17. Mine says. We're all different. Skype's a little weird when it comes to times.
I left and came back.
Right. Yeah. I was the one that started the call to begin with. So.
I think I don't know what's going on.
Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next time we do a discussion. Like I said, it's going to be a couple weeks before we do another one. We might do it. I don't know. I'll talk with Darkwolf to see when a good episode to discuss would be, and then we'll kind of plan around that, and I'll make sure to let you guys know ahead of time, so you guys can kind of prepare. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys once again for joining me in this discussion, and we will see you next time. See ya.
Bye.